You want to make money in the stock market, but you don't know where to start, or you just don't know where to begin with. I can totally understand, because you know what? The internet is so toxic. There are so many fake gurus out there promising you $1 million in the next few weeks, or promising you a Lamborghini in the first few months of you starting. Oh, sorry for laughing, but anyway, guys, most of my very productive conversations occur in my car, so I thought of sharing this quick video with you guys. So please ignore my background and ignore everything, just listen to what I have to say. The stock market is not a lottery ticket whereby you sleep poor and you wake up wealthy. The stock market is a tool that will help you achieve financial freedom. I want you to think of the stock market like a tree. If you want to get fruits or shade from a tree, you have to make sure that it is planted in a conducive environment whereby it gets enough sun, and most importantly, you have to water it for it to produce the fruits that you are looking for. Okay, so if you're looking to turn $50 into 50,000 in the next few weeks, this is not the video for you. But if you're looking for something real, something that will help you build wealth over time, then please stick around, because by the end of this video, I'm going to share the main ways in which you can make money in the stock market. There are two main ways you can make money in the stock market, one being capital gains and the other one being dividends. So how do you make money with capital gains? Let's say, for example, you buy shares of a company, and if that company does well and make a lot of money, make a lot of profit, your shares will also increase in value. For example, you buy shares of Apple, and Apple just released their iPhone 17 Pro Max, and their marketing is so strong and people are buying so many iPhone 14 Pro Max, and because of that, Apple is making a lot of money. They are making a lot of profit, and their share also increased in price. Let's say you bought one share at $200. Because of the massive sales that Apple has been experiencing due to the release of iPhone 17, the shares of Apple increased from 200 to 250. So the Apple shares have appreciated. And if you sell your Apple shares at 250, now the difference between 250 and the initial 200 that you paid when you first bought the shares of Apple, that's what is called capital gain. So that's one way you can make money in the stock market, through stock appreciation. Okay, the second way to make money in the stock market is through dividends. Okay, so a dividend is simply a company sharing their profits with their shareholders. For example, let's use the same example of Apple. So Apple is selling a lot of iPhone 17 Pro Max. They are making a lot of money, a lot of profit. So they say, we can't eat this profit by ourselves. We have to share the profit with our shareholders. So what Apple does, it will share the money that they've made in profit with shareholders. And because you went to the stock market and bought Apple shares, automatically you become eligible to receive that dividend from Apple. Okay, let's recap. The main two ways to make money in the stock market is one, through capital gains, whereby you buy your shares at a lower price, your share appreciates, and then you sell them at a higher price. Okay, another way is through dividends, whereby a company shares their profits with their shareholders. And some companies share their profits monthly and others do share quarterly. So when I say quarterly, it means 12 months divide by 4. That means after every 3 months, you'll be receiving a dividend from a company that you are invested in. A lot of investors like to focus on one way of making money in the stock market. For example, if you are a dividend investor, you only buy stocks that pays dividends, either on a monthly basis or on a quarterly basis. And others like to focus on growth. That means they buy growth stock to benefit from the appreciation aspect of a stock. But honestly, for me, I do both. I feel like I want to benefit from capital gains as well as dividends. Yeah, and many other investors do that. Like in their portfolio, they have growth stocks and they also have dividend stocks. They have bonds, and just to diversify and to make sure that you are cushioning yourself in case of any crashes in the stock market, or in case the stock market does not go your way, you have something that will hold you down. The stock markets can be so confusing, especially at the beginning, if you don't know which stock to pick for growth and which stock to pick the kind of dividend that you are looking for. Most beginners start with an ETF. An ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund, and this is like 50 or hundreds of stocks compiled or combined together to form one ETF. So when you are buying one ETF, it's like you're buying a tiny pieces of 50 other companies in one ETF. Most beginners start with S&P 500. I also started with an S&P 500 as I found my way around the stock market, just kind of dipping my toes into doing the technical analysis, into reading which stock actually favors or gives me the result that I'm looking for. I'm not telling you to also choose S&P 500. Do your own homework, do your own research, and find out which ETF favors you or give you the result that you're looking for. For me, I felt like the S&P 500 gave me an opportunity to invest in top 500 companies in the US. So I started with the S&P 500. As I understood the stock market and learning more about the stock market, I started transitioning into individual stocks like Apple, Tesla, Google, Amazon, and so many other growth stock. And as for my dividends, now I started investing in companies that pays me dividends as well as REITs. You don't need to start with thousands or hundreds of dollars. If you don't have that kind of money, set up automatic deposit that will be deducting money from your bank account every 2 weeks or every month, maybe $50 or $100. Thank you so much for coming to watch this video. If this video was so helpful to you, please give me a like, a comment, and most importantly, subscribe and share to more people who love investing content and who love the financial literacy content. I am the number one channel that you come from when you're looking for finance knowledge and trading knowledge. Yes, because I'm your big sister that simplify the stock market and options trading so you understand in a very simple way, so you can also start your wealth building journey. I love you guys, and until then, I will see you guys in my next video.